Hey everybody, it is TorontoUnicorn here. Now, you might want to get comfortable for this one. This is a good story time. It is a memory from when I was in college, and it is about a guy I had the most fucking insane crush on, and you'll have to wait to hear the rest. So, this is going to be called the Bellboy story, and anyone who knew me when I was in college, which is roughly like 2003 to 2006, I had everyone who knew about Bellboy. Okay, that's what I called him. He had a real name. I don't really remember what it is because he was just Bellboy to me. The reason I called him Bellboy was because he was a electrician who worked at the college, and he would walk around in the logo of his company that he worked for, which was Bell. So he would be Bell on this, like, on his outfit. Anyway, I call it outfit, but you know. And so he became Bellboy, okay? And I use boy affectionately. I like using the boy as a term of endearment. I know that many men don't appreciate that word, but I do use it that way. So I don't get a lot of crushes. I mean, I'm really more of the kind of girl that needs to be won over a lot of the time with like people's personality and energy before, you know, anything else will blossom. But there's been a history for me in my past when I was younger of intense crushes, and most of them were one-sided. Like I was like drooling over this guy who just didn't give me the chance or whatever. So it's been a weird, like, unrequited fucking life for me that way in terms of who I had like crazy like crushes on. I never really ended up dating them, but then anyway, it's just one of those weird things. So anyways, like I used to really like guys, like a lot. Like I used to be, and you know what? Another day, Sarah, another day. Okay, so I digress. So anyways, I basically was a summer student there. So I had switched majors or something. And so I switched from business admin to office admin. And basically I had to go to school during the summer to make that extra semester up, which truthfully was fine by me because it meant that I got to stay living in residence in the summer when a lot of other people were gone. And I moved out to move out. Like I went to college to live on my own, not so much to get the degree or the diploma. Like I just really needed to move out. It was time for me to live alone, kind of thing. And I ended up living with an insane amount of roommates that like one after another that just kept blowing the fuck up. But that's another story. Anyways, I was in my basically first year at this college, and I was living in res, and I got a job over the summer in addition to being a student that was had a t-shirt on that said "Need help, ask me." And I was with a few other people that were like ambassadors of the college for orientations for new students. And so I was paid, you know, good minimum wage job, whatever at the time, to sit at a desk and be greeting and helping people who look lost, offer them a tour, offer to guide them to the places they want to see, things like that. And so I was stationed at this table outside of a certain wing, like in the what was I saying? In the Durham College is where I went to college. Anyways, I would watch this man, Bellboy, because they were doing renovations on the college, and so there was lots of electrical work being done every day for months, and this man would walk by me, and I am telling you, it was like a National Geographic moment where it was like I got a scent of his like pheromones or something. And I don't know about you, but it was the equivalent of erotic lockjaw. I was suddenly, holy shit, I am into this man. Like, and then every day he would walk by again, and I would like dress nice for him just for the sake of being like, when he walked by, you know, I didn't have a dress on. I didn't wear dresses back then, but I would like flirt and like do the little flirty things, you know, cause like that I had like a 5-second opportunity every hour or so to see him. So anyways, it was kind of like a crush that was like really building for me. He actually wore corduroy pants. It was very unusual for anybody to wear those pants, but they were like black, you know, but I am telling you, I fantasize about that man's dick. Like I was like, get that way a lot, but I remember with this guy, my fucking goodness. I was into it. I was mesmerized. Anyways, what's really fascinating as a side note is while I'm crushing on this guy, Bellboy, there's another guy named Brian that came and sat beside me in the open chair. Now, he was I don't remember if he was a summer student there or he was also working there in a capacity, but he would basically try to get my attention. He'd be like, oh, hey, cutie. Like, you know, like he was a nice guy, but he tried to get my attention. And I remember literally like almost kind of sitting like this to him when Bellboy walked by. Like I was not interested, not even acknowledging this guy so much. I was just so into Bellboy. Turns out I end up dating that guy for 3 years. So it just so happens, I'll have to tell you that story in another one, but basically I found him in the student pub one night. We were hammered, and I guess there's a thin line between like annoyance and sexy because I was like, let's go fuck. Anyways, it happened. I'll tell you guys a story about that later. Anyways, it turned into a 3-year relationship, and the guy is fantastic. He is happily married now with some kids. And so it's just one of those things where the guy was right here, and I was like, look at that man, like over there. So it goes to show sometimes you don't get it on the first try. Sometimes you gotta like wait your turn, you know? Anyways, so I remember I was crushing hard, and then I was also like making friends with the people that I was doing this, you know, need help, ask me business. And basically they were kind of offering to help me like solve this crush problem. She's like, let's write him a note. Like, why don't we tell him that you like him in a note? Now I was like, I don't know, not 18, 19, like I guess probably just 18 actually. Yeah, because I was underage still for the bar. But basically she went kind of behind my back and gave him a note that said I liked him. And then she told me about it, and then I had to live with that. Like, I remember just being like this as he walked by, because I was like, oh my God, I actually do have this inner girl that becomes shy and vulnerable and like can't even look at you. Like, it's just one of those, like, I have so much depth to my personality that I really do have a lot of authenticity there still, but it really ranges from frail to, you know, to brass, like wherever in the middle. So it goes to show we're all very multifaceted people. But anyways, here's where it gets sexy. So yes, it was embarrassing that he found out I had a crush on him, because then when he would walk, by the way, I am looking at a picture of him. It is on my side here, and I will put a picture on the screen. This was a fucking bajillion years ago, and I'm gonna share the picture. So this is him, and basically, I don't know what it was about this guy. This is the best version of the photo I have, by the way. But this guy made me fucking drool and like leave a little puddle, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm being crude, intentionally. So anyways, I lived in residence, meaning I lived on campus. And so basically this guy started working a little later, and I would stay a little later or whatever. And so it was like, I just wouldn't go home until he left because I wanted to see him walk by again. Like, this is the kind of excitement I was looking forward to, was the walk-bys, okay? That's the level of intimacy we had. Anyways, turns out, I don't remember exactly how it all happened, but he basically approached me about it and said like, oh, I heard that you have, you know, a crush on me or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, like maybe, you know. And anyways, he was in this big black truck in the parking lot of my residence. And so that's where, you know, I basically jumped into his truck with him and had some, you know, fun with him. I'm not gonna go into too many details because this is YouTube, and I will take this to the After Dark on my OnlyFans. I always do After Dark stories there, which is the extra details that will get me in trouble here, basically, and it's usually more fulsome over there. So I won't tell all the details of the sex, but basically we did fool around. I got to taste that D kind of thing, and you know what? It was fucking good, man. It was good. I remember when I had it in my mouth thinking, like, wow, this is awesome. So I never hooked up with him again. I think it was like around the time that like the job was closing or whatever. Anyways, and then I ended up sleeping with this guy, right? Because we hooked up at the pub. So then I got distracted anyways. But I told the story of Bellboy to so many people because he had me mesmerized. It didn't matter whether what he was wearing was something that was like high or, you know, more expensive or whatever. He was wearing black corduroy pants and I was drooling, okay? Sometimes there's just energy that people give off, just this aura of yes, you know, anyways, and that's what it was for me. And so it felt like almost like a National Geographic moment where it's like, the woman has smelled the pheromones of the male and she is attracted. She will now present for the male to notice her and ravage her. Like, it's just funny. So I am going to enjoy leaving this memory out there because I just liked it. It was so fun. And I love that I got the guy that I wanted, even if it was just that one experience, because it was this long buildup. And then I got to accomplish the, you know, the goal kind of thing. So anyways, it was fantastic. If you want to hear some of my other stories, make sure you comment below. I need feedback. If you guys just sit and observe, that's fine. But if you do want to see more content come out that you enjoy, you've got to let me know what that is. So make sure you say, is it story time? Is it pillow talk? Is it, you know, dancing videos? Whatever you want to know. Leave a comment, let me know. Make sure you come to my fan page. I'm about to go there right now and finish the story. If you like my style of storytelling, make sure you subscribe and click on the playlist on your screen now.